there, and welcome to another Tippling Philosopher video. Today I'm just going to have a really quick little chat about really the moral shortfall of both Jesus and Muhammad, actually, so we can apply this argument to both of them. So Jesus is supposed to be God incarnate in human form, and Muhammad was revealed the word of God by the Archangel Gabriel. So both of these people are in a position to deliver moral teaching to humanity. In fact, Jesus and Muhammad did exactly that, right? Through what they revealed to other people, they were able to morally teach those around them, to proclaim moral laws and rules and behaviour, the correct way to behave. Okay, so what is interesting is what they failed to do, and this is, to me, I mean, it's Jesus clearly wasn't God or divine in any way, and Muhammad clearly didn't have access to God or divinity. And one of the arguments that I use to come to this conclusion is the fact that they didn't say anything that is truly morally impactful in a way that would leave us to be without any doubt, really, that they were who they said they were, or they were communicating with the people, with the divine entities that they said they were. So either of them could have explained the germ theory, right? Could have explained, do you know what? Could have said, boil all your medical tools, or this is how germs work. This is how diseases pass on. I've just learnt this because I've just been speaking to the Archangel Gabriel, who has access to God, and that is a font of all knowledge. Or I am God, and in some way I am the font of all knowledge. And there's some interesting discussion about really how human versus how divine Jesus was, as if he is fully man and fully God, but doesn't seem to have access to God's knowledge or his own knowledge. I don't know. It's obviously like the Trinity is complete nonsense, right, and bonkers. But even so, you know, both of these characters, these people, would have had the opportunity, and in other words, God would have had the opportunity to deliver teachings that would have had such far-ranging consequences, positive consequences for the whole of humanity, that didn't really interfere with any kind of progressive revelation or you know, there's no theological problems here with either Muhammad or Jesus saying, do you know what, make sure you boil your food really well, don't lick a knife that's just cut raw chicken, and do you know, all these things that would have been very obviously beneficial for humanity. Yes, you can you can take this argument really far. You could say slavery's bad. You know, Jesus never said, by the way, slavery is really bad. Like dehumanizing other humans is not a good idea, morally speaking. So there are lots of dimensions to this argument, but for me, it's so obvious that these two people were just people of their time, because they didn't proclaim anything that was truly earth-shatteringly morally amazing or had huge moral ramifications, because what they said sounded very much like the sorts of things people in that time and in those contexts would have said. They were just humans who were elevated to divine status by other people, or indeed partly by themselves, who knows. But there was no divine revelation going on, or at least if there was, then God is not omnibenevolent. You know, the ramifications of the two-horned problem here, because either they weren't God or didn't have access to God, or they did, but God has very good reason to allow lots of people to die through getting illnesses that they didn't necessarily need to get. Okay, and either side of that, either prong of that two-horned dilemma is problematic for the believer, either the Muslim or the Christian believer. Anyway, just a quick one there. There you go. One to throw into the pot. Put your comments down there. Like, subscribe, do all that usual stuff. Check out my Resurrection series that I'm doing with Derek Lambert of Myth Vision. That's going really well. He's awesome. Yeah, take it easy.